Welcome back to another episode of Live. What is going on, Christal? How are you doing?
Hi, I'm very well, thank you. How are you doing?
I'm doing great. I'm doing great. What's up, Jerry Last? Good to see you. This is my 19-month-old boy. Said apple for the first time. Nice. It didn't say asshole. He just said apple. That is hopefully the way it went. It just kept saying it. Recorded him saying
Okay,
it
just
twice.
continue to sit.
I like to get the stuff of what I can spend. She said, Mom, who works nights? Nice.
Oh,
Lucky
sweetness.
Chucky says, "Oh my God, Christal, the
Ah,
South
oh my God, I
African
can't
Queen."
believe you call me the African Queen. Oh, South Africa. Yeah, I can go with that. I can go with that.
Wow. So, what we're going to talk about here today,
It's a slightly
it's really
controversial.
a heavy topic for what it is. Not to take lightly. As you know, last week we spoke of depression. This week we're speaking of genocide. It just kind of from one heavy topic to the next. Um, when it comes down to genocide and all of the things that are actually going on in this current world and all of that. Hey, Suzanne, good to see you, dear. It's really something.
Suzanne! Oh my God, she's my friend from the other stream. I'm sorry,
it's
I'm
it's
sorry.
really it's really something, to realize how deep such a conversation can really go. Now, you being from South Africa, we'll hit on that right away for you. You being
Yeah,
from
I
South
know.
Africa, having an issue with and taking Israel to world court for acts of genocide is kind of an interesting ordeal. As when we look at it, it's not. Um, I don't think it's the way that a lot of us actually see it in the news. I think the news is portraying a lot of things to stay with the narrative.
Yes. If we look at the news itself, the way they portray it is like it's okay, from your side, from what they tell you guys in America, it's probably very sensationalized. Where, oh my goodness, South Africa is taking Israel to court when they have a lot of skeletons in the closet. I think that is sort of what was portrayed. That's the feel I get from the whole thing on your side. So I think we
Sure,
should
I
maybe we
think
should
the
clear that
United
up.
States doesn't know how to stay out of things. I think that's where the big issue for
Yes,
the
but
United States is. But
although although on the other hand, the United States is invested in Israel because they are one of your allies. And
um,
so
are
obviously you
they
need to
though?
protect them. Apparently so.
Is there a reason that we need to actually feel that they're our ally, or is it more of the other way around that they need us, otherwise they will be decimated themselves?
Well, if you look at
We
certain
put up
things,
the Iron Dome. They got some lasers that they're actually going to try implementing to subside with that or whatever to actually take out other incoming missiles. Obviously the Iron Dome is still going to be something, but the money that the United States continuously dumps into their civil wars, or and it's not really a civil war. It's not
well,
really,
it's not
because
a
it's not that
war.
they're fighting their own kind or their own peoples. They're fighting somebody that was supposedly there first, or were they? Because 3,000 years ago, when when Israel was first formed as Israel under the likeness of Jesus Christ,
Yes.
did we really seriously change that much in the last 3,000 years? Has things really changed?
The actual religion. Well, I actually had a chat with my dad about this because he studied the Old Testament and all that stuff, so he knows. It's not about what's happening. It's like what the way he articulated it to me was, what's happening now is Israel is trying to make as if they're fighting a war for God. But they're saying that, yeah, it's got something to do with, but they are Hebrew or they're Jews, right? So they don't believe in Christ.
Right.
So they're
Right.
fighting
They
against
only read the Old Testament.
Yeah, they read the Old Testament.
Right.
And which is what brought me back. So I asked my dad the question this afternoon, like, but didn't this happen like a while ago with the Egyptians? Are we not having a bit of a flashback where they were killing the Israelis because of their religion?
The Israelites. Yeah.
Well, sorry, the
No,
Israelites. I'm sorry. I do apologize, guys.
No, you're good. You're
But
good.
no. My father literally he also said it was the Israelites. You must get it right because it's not the same thing. You know, he
Like
said
exactly the difference between
the Israelites and the
a
Israelites.
beer and a beer light. Israelite. So they're. I'm just kidding.
So what he said to me was like,
What's up,
what's
Al?
happening right?
Ghosts. There's a couple new people in there. Omni Coalition's coming through.
Oh, nice, Ghostry. But you were here last week, so that was cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, Ghostry was here last week, and then we've got
Xander.
Xander, and then we've got Lucky, and we've got Susan. Susan wasn't here last week.
I think she stopped in for a minute. I don't know if she realized
maybe
what this show really entails. Is it something between the two of us that we've actually been doing a Thursday show? I think it's going to actually start catching on a little bit more for what it is. It's even currently sitting with 10 concurrent and a bunch of likes already. It's good to see. Good to see. Do all that. Continue to do all that. So, Squaw Bob, there he is.
Squaw Bob is always Squaw Bob, send regards to your cousin. Maybe send it.
So then, as you were saying, you hold a conversation with your dad about some of the ordeal of what's the difference between what's going on now and what had happened some 3,000 years ago. Yeah. And your dad has a tendency to believe that it's something that's just still ongoing.
But it's on a different. It's switched realms, because when it was from the Egyptians, it was directed at the Israelites. But now the Israelites are directing the horror towards another nation. You see. So now they are directing it to the Palestinians or the Palestinians, so to speak. Which doesn't mean they're a different race or religion. It's just that they weren't given the land by the Queen at the time. So it's a bit iffy. It's iffy, and
the land that they were supposedly given in 1947,
1948, 1948,
by the Queen of England, as for whatever reason, for the longest time, anything that did come out of or anything that was happening in the world just so happened to coincide with the Queen. Like everybody knew. Like at one point in time, the largest, most vast entity ever of England, they took over so much of the planet. The country that you reside in.
We spoke about it last week. We spoke about it week 1. We said they just took everything. I mean, they took Canada. Come on. Okay, then the French.
Do we? When we think about it, and their museums are full of artifacts from who? Oh, not their own. Not their
No,
own
of course not.
artifacts. Their artifacts are everybody else's artifacts that they had actually taken and put in their
Mm.
own museum.
Good evening, Chad. Thanks for joining us. It's so awesome. You weren't here last week. I don't know what happened, but okay.
Did we?
No, he wasn't here.
Huh? What's up,
No,
Chad Freeman? Good to see you.
Chad Freeman. He wasn't here last week.
First, what's up? The Rothschilds had a hand in the land acquisition, also, I believe. These
That's a lot.
elites that are out there, like the Rothschilds or whatever, and others that feel that they should be able to have a hand in or have control over so many things over and over again is really kind of disturbing in itself.
The American hierarchy is they've got their niche of people, and most of them they're not even American. So
well, right, because being an American is other than for the ones of us that have actually born here or whatever, and know this as our home, it has always been the land of immigrants. So I mean, and that's where it originated from, was people migrating into the United States, white man, and taking all of this territory from the natives, like that we called American Indians, because at the time we didn't. It was an unknown for what it was that these are indeed American Indians.
Yeah, but okay, I know we have to take it for what it was. You come into a land, obviously you brought here from somewhere else, and you have, I know you get a promise of something.
Mm-hmm.
So obviously you, in your mind, you're not really taking it from someone else. They thought they were claiming their own land.
Right.
So they didn't feel like they were taking it. So we can't really penalize or judge them for thinking another way. The people that offered it to them, yes, we can all together, but we can't penalize people that did the actual act, because they didn't know any better. So they didn't know what they were getting themselves into at the end of the day. So I don't want to, because we've got land claimed here as well. We've got now lawsuits against now landowners that were owned by the old Khoisan people, that now the lawyers want to get them back from, I think it's 3-4 generations. And it's ridiculous. You can't do that, because at the time there was
say something in chat for me.
Yeah, wait.
Yeah, I removed that one.
Oh, okay.
But
are you on the
say
YouTube
something?
chat?
Just say hi or say something to chat real quick in chat, just so
in chat. Oh, sorry.
So your name just so your name shows up in there real quick.
Okay, wait. Let me do it. I'm gonna do it on my phone. Hi guys. Hi everyone. I haven't done it though, because it's like. Sorry, do it. Okay, there we go.
No, you're good.
Okay. No, you're fine. I'm fine. Wait, Suzanne.
Stupid thing.
No,
yeah, right. You didn't have to say hi to it.
Oh.
Obviously, we know who it is. Toy Box.
That's okay.
There's a good chance of that's who that is.
No, but with the view of this, with this particular chat or this particular stream, was not about dogging on anybody or whatever the fact may be. It's just that We
No, right.
all went through
There's
it.
multiple different genocides that are going
Yeah,
on around the world.
we
It's not
all are
just
going through it.
that current one or what. Right. I mean, really, when you actually look at it, the way uh, um, the World Health Organization, who seems to be tend to take care of almost the whole world. You know, when it comes down to
Mm.
how we look at uh, the term of genocide, he really kind of makes you wonder who's actually trying to remove who when it comes down to it.
Precisely.
Um, as you know, we see
Life they
China,
should.
the CCP going ahead and removing Muslim Uyghurs
It's
to
an ongoing list. It's like
right
it's
to the war between Pakistan and Iran that's been going on forever. As they share their own border with each other, whatever. It really seriously only recently had they tried to even do some kind of anything different than the mass murders that they had been doing towards each other, um, because Iran goes ahead and sides with the likeness of Russia.
But they accused Israel of dropping a bomb on them on Saturday, like after our stream on Thursday.
Mm-hmm.
On Friday night, they said that Iran bombed them. I mean, Israel bombed them, and then Israel just denied it. But obviously, we don't know. It's speculated. But it's so silly because are these not all Muslim countries? If you look at
Right.
what the religion is,
Mm-hmm.
I thought these were all Muslim countries. And then why are the Muslims fighting against each other? Which is another
There
point
seems to
that
be
was
different
brought up.
sects and groups of different, um, whether it be like Shiite
Mm,
Muslims to there's different
yeah,
flavors of Muslim per se or
which
whatever.
which
So
is
like
bringing the
right, certain ones are more violent than others, right? It doesn't seem like it's
mm,
just all of them. It's like they're
no,
separated and segregated.
that's the thing. The Muslim religion is not a violent religion in itself.
Right, right.
So, but apparently, according to the Israelis, who are Jews, the Muslims are causing chaos because they're not part of or Hamas or whatever the case may be. So this is why they're trying to protect their country because the Muslims are taking over and they're bombing everything. But back at the ranch,
Right.
what are we doing? What Israel? Come on, what are we doing? Now you're killing women, you're killing kids, you're killing civilians that are just trying to and they're blocking food because they've now stopped the carriage of food and medical supplies to the actual villages and stuff. So they've
Mm-hmm.
stopped that. So what are we doing? Are you having a war against the women and kids, or are you having a war against the terrorists that you claim? Like,
I
what are we
don't think
doing?
all of them really seriously know exactly what they're doing. They're just following.
They're just following instructions,
Right.
which is fine because you, as a soldier in your country's military or whatever the case may be, you're following instructions. Your personal views are not included in this transaction because that is your job. And we do not blame any soldiers, we don't blame any people that fight for any country because we salute you 100%. Because it takes a lot to be a guy that puts all your differences and all your things aside to go
Mm-hmm.
fight for your country. That's the most admirable thing that you can ever do in your life. So we don't judge anybody that does that stuff. at all. But on the other hand, the people that are calling the shots, those people I will judge, because you are giving an order to go and put a bomb on somebody or on some neighborhood that has got nothing to do with your fight, to whatever
So
mission you're
so
trying
then
to
when we
go.
look at the ordeal that's going on in Israel,
Yeah.
and the to us in most of our media, it comes across um where's Tadpole? Tadpole's out in the living room. He's actually watching
Yeah, he's probably
TV.
doing
He's okay.
some
Yeah,
studying.
no, I can hear him. He's
He's gonna
being
run in there.
fairly he's doing a good job today, and actually not coming here bugging me yet. So I'm kind of
No,
surprised.
just wait.
Uh,
It's only like
as far as
59
that
minutes.
goes, where I was going to go is when we look at the current ordeal of what's going on in Israel, and according to media, according to the news, the mainstream news cycle or whatever, when you look at it, they have the tendency to point out that the reason that Israel is doing what they're doing to the quote unquote Palestinians is because of what these groups of Hezbollah, Hamas, and the Houthis have actually done, which they're calling Iranian backed groups.
Yes. Yes, that's understandable that they would say that. But they're using that as a ploy so that they can just
And that's where does it actually say anything different for you as opposed to what it would actually show me in media on who's actually the aggressor, as
yeah,
South Africa is actually going after Israel for
for being the
for war
aggressor
crimes or
and
whatever,
judging them.
for the genocide and taking it
Yeah.
to world court. Would
Yeah.
so you don't see Hamas, Hezbollah, or the Houthis as being a danger in any way, shape, or form? They're just another group of people.
That is not the actual point here. They are trying to use the terrorists as a point. Like they are trying to amalgamate the the civilians into this group of terrorists and things that so that they can justify the fact that they are dropping bombs on civilization, on civil, because not everybody is. They saying that the terrorists or the so-called hoodlums, if you may call them that, are hiding amongst the civilians, so they don't know where they are. But does that justify the fact that you must drop bombs on women, children, and innocent people? Does that justify it?
Yeah, no, I don't think it really does justify it, really, when it comes down to it. But
Yes. So that is that's what they are saying. So I mean, why do you not just lock them out? Or why don't you just get them out there? Why don't you get all the innocents, put them, you know, like they always used to do, get them to a safe place, and then you can deal with the culprits later. Like I don't get it. Um, but as we know, with the East, it's always been slightly violent in my opinion. I mean,
mm,
remember, this is a show of opinion, and this is not fact. We always just share our opinion and our views, and everybody is free to speak.
right,
I mean, but I feel that they are not being fair to whatever's going on. Sunshine, why are they not innocent?
hello, Minnesota
Yeah.
sunshine. Good to see you.
Yeah. Tell us why aren't they innocent? Are you saying that the victims of the genocide aren't innocent, or are you saying that the culprits on it or the people that are doing? Oh, who's not innocent? Because
They're
I know
not
I
innocent.
know there might be a fact
They're
of,
helping because they're conditioned, brainwashed. I mean,
oh, maybe the people that are doing this stuff, maybe the people that are like, um oh no, No, they're not.
And I don't know if that's exactly true either.
They're not.
That's the case. I think that's the media
They're not.
narrative
Then
that's
I
being
think
spun and
that is
told to
what they put.
us as being something that isn't necessarily
It's
true
not
when it
true.
comes down to it. I
They're
think that
portraying
there's a
this in the
lot,
media. They're
right. I
not.
think there's a
Nobody's
lot more to
harboring
this.
anyone. Nobody's harboring any of the culprits. Nobody's harboring them. This is what the media is saying, or this is what they're trying to tell all of us. How do I know this? Because I know people there. So they're not.
She's in a different part of the world. That's the fun one about holding this conversation about this is
Yeah.
because of the way Western media spins things,
Yeah,
and
our
the
news is
difference between
different.
one side and the other is very interesting to get to know what it is that the other side really does see. And is it something that is it the way that media spins it for us? It doesn't seem
Or
to
is it
always be
real?
that way. I think the mainstream has lied to us for so long that we just have the tendency to believe anything that comes out of them
I don't know.
because you continue to tell a lie. Eventually, it comes to truth. No, I don't think it really does. I think that there's just so many things that we're not privy to when it comes down to it. Everyone hates Israel. I'm not so positive that that's true either.
Yeah. No, I think what Sunshine is worried about is that we are trying to put the country in a bad light, and I don't. That's not the. That's not what we're trying to do here. We're not trying to make Israel as a bad country or as a bad people,
Mm-hmm.
but we are trying to just show what's happening where they're killing women and children that are
Right.
innocent. That is what we're trying to do. We're not saying that Hamas, what was happening with those people, are good. That's not what we're doing. We're just saying, please don't kill the kids and the women that have got nothing to do with that.
And the
They're not
United
allowed
States is
to under
complacent
treaty.
on that because they're just the United States is just
Yeah.
a financier of Israel to allow Israel to continue to do as they wish.
With the
They
case
just keep
with
on
the
throwing more
Arab
money, more and
countries.
more money at all these wars and all these things that are going on. And it's very disturbing to actually see how far
It's
things have
so
really
bad.
gone.
It's very sad.
Uh-huh.
Miss Sunshine, with the Arab countries, they're not allowed to under. Well, they can, but they're gonna mess up their treaty with the other countries. We all love
And
Israel.
not
We
all
all love the
countries are
Israeli people.
actually
We all love them. It's just
refusing.
what's happening there. It's
Right.
not that we don't love Israel. It's not that we don't love the people. It's just what's happening. Don't
Right.
think that what we are talking about, we are condemning the communities, and we just
On
want to
either
bring
side, right?
awareness
On either side,
to the
right?
fact.
Exactly. When it comes down to it, it's like
Yep.
uh, we all have the tendency to question what
Yeah.
is really going on,
Yes.
and that's why we're here is to actually question what is really
Yeah.
seriously going on and what side of this. Though I have the tendency to lean towards the side of Israel, as
Yeah.
I believe that Israel was there first. Uh, they were those that were technically the Jews were run out of the area by previous
But they were
large groups
all
or
Jews.
of
They
previous
were
nations.
all.
Right, they were run out by previous nations, and then as time progressed, all of a sudden realized that hey, we need to put them back into their homeland where they originally came from, and gave them quote unquote Israel back to
Mm.
them that was initially theirs from 3,000 years ago. There's
Yes.
a lot of people that are
But
like, oh, wait, that only happened in 1948 or whatever. And it's like, oh, well, not necessarily. Not
yeah,
necessarily.
it's
They were
before
there
that.
first. They were kicked out. They were kicked out, ran off, whatever, for
Mm.
what it was by multiple other nations
Yeah,
that
but
no longer exist, whether it be Babylonians or the Ottomans or any other that had actually existed in that territory. There's so many different countries that have taken that territory and tried to make it theirs. one of the most contested areas on the face of the planet is just that right there, that country of Israel, right?
Yeah. Well, that's the history of it. But I would like to address Miss Sunshine once again to say that she's saying that we are not Christians. That is not quite the fact. It's not
No,
that
that's not
we are
true
not
at all.
Christians.
I'm
It's not
actually
that we are
I'm
not
actually
Christians.
raised Roman Catholic for what it is,
Yeah.
and I'm
So,
very, very Christian.
and I literally, like I said earlier, like my dad and I had this discussion like just before we had the stream, and he explained to me what happened with. That's why. Okay. Yeah. But besides the fact, it doesn't matter what you are, and this is the most important thing. It doesn't matter if you're a Christian, if you're a Jew, if you are a colored, if you're whatever the fuck you are, if you want to be like green or blue or white or fucking see through. The fact is, you're a human being, right? So at the end of the day, you're a human being. So you're sitting in your house with your kids, you're watching TV, and all of a sudden, some nigga decides to throw a bomb on your ass. And then what happens? So you're gonna take it out. Does that mean he's like against he's against see-through people?
Right.
So it's not about that. This is about human rights.
I trust the Lord. What?
Trust the Lord.
You don't have to be all
Taylor.
defensive and
You
call
don't
things
have
gay because you
to.
don't like it or you don't understand it.
No,
That's what we're here for. Is we're trying to
believe
understand
in
all
we
sides of the
believe
spectrum on that.
we believe in all sorts of
Right.
we believe in the entity of God. I'm sure, right? We believe there's a greater spiritual being than us. Whether it be God, whether it be Allah, whether it be whoever it may be. All of us are here in a happy space where we can appreciate each other in our realm and in our beliefs. And
Right.
even if you don't believe in a certain God, but you believe in something greater than yourself, then you are
Okay.
happy.
Sounds good, Miss Sunshine. It's like I wasn't calling it gay. Oh, okay.
No,
It's
she's making a joke. Come, guys, not
no,
come.
right. That's kind of like, huh? What are you?
At least she's seeing where we're going with this. So it's cool.
That being said,
I'm
everybody
I'm
that's
sorry that I'm
listening,
assuming you're a she.
don't forget on Sundays, myself, my wife, Squab Bob, Darth Hideous has currently been joining us for what we're continuing to call Exploring Spirituality. We're actually going through the book of Matthew. We started going through the book of Matthew on last Sunday. We'll continue that through the next several Sundays until we finish that one. Previously to that, we actually went through the book of Genesis between the myself, my wife, and Squab Bob. Went seriously all the way through from the very beginning, and it's a fun, interesting Sunday stream where we actually speak of religion. So as far as that goes, the all of the things that are going on in the world, we have the tendency to try and encapsulate and trying to capture all of that, for what it is. How about the book of Enoch?
God, I see. I got a range. Why did I get a range?
Because
you should not give me a range. I'm like the worst person. I block everybody.
Well, it's fine. It's fine that you like everybody. It's the ones that like to try putting their idiocies into the conversation, as opposed to just having a conversation with us, asking us questions about whatever, going and making up weird fake accounts to troll people.
Yeah.
That's why.
I know.
I know that you'll take care of the troll if I'm unable to do it.
No, I haven't. There are no trolls. They're all good. I'm happy.
You haven't seen any trolls yet? Are you sure?
Are you asking me a question? Because I'm not even looking.
I said you haven't seen any trolls yet. Are you sure? You didn't see the one that actually come up with trying to incorporate my name using a particular. No, big deal.
You should take away that range from me. Take it away. Take it.
No way.
No, I'm kidding. No, but thank you so much for Miss Sunshine. It's not about hate. This is not about hating one certain group.
Right.
This is about all of us
Understanding. Right.
coming
Understanding
together.
the issues that are what is controlling this current world that we live in.
Because
Because it seems as though as we can't walk away from Israel for whatever reason, because for what it is, the United States is super
yeah, and we
invested
are
in it.
being crucified for doing this. It's sort of now Germany is on our case and you guys are on our case. But it's really not about
Well,
us
and
saying
I
anything
think there's
about people.
more to why anybody would be on South Africa's case for doing such a thing. I think that
Mm,
there's something more to it
yeah,
that we're not quite understanding.
yes.
Uh, that uh, maybe the BRICS.
The BRICS is not is it's a new thing. I think when did it start? It started in the in the last 10 years. That's the first I heard of it.
That's
But
that's
because
a
the
new
BRICS,
thing.
it's new-ish. It's not new
Okay,
new.
no, I'm just asking question.
It's 10 years old, or 10 to 15 years old.
Uh huh.
So, but it's with people that you don't like. Wait,
But
which no,
only
I'm not
recently has
Palestinian.
actually
I'm South
come to the light that
African.
it's actually something of predominance when it comes down to it.
I'm from South Africa, Miss Sunshine. So I'm not Palestinian. So I'm not biased. We just took Israel to court. So
Right.
yeah, if
The
that
the
answers
the,
all your
the
questions.
country of South Africa took them to court for
Yes.
war crimes.
Let's not do that though. Let's not swear. um, let's all be respectful to the people that are in the chat.
Well, right, because
Um,
everybody has the right to their own
yeah,
opinions, no
chill
matter
out
what.
opinion.
Right?
But you are most definitely
You have the
entitled to your
right to
opinion,
actually
man.
say such a thing, but at the same time, is it something that's
Is it
is it
cool?
just do we need to pick sides?
Yeah, because we don't have to. Because actually, the side that we're picking is not really the because we are not talking about the actual thing. We just need to figure out why are they going so crazy. Because at the end of the day, who's fighting who? You've got these crazy people bombing people for no reason because they want to get terrorists out,
Mm.
but they're bombing people that have got nothing to do with the fact. Why don't we, as South Africans, because we've got a cool military base as well, why don't we just go and kill them all? We can do that for you.
Just genocide somebody else just
Yeah, but
because
that's not genocide. That's just literally assassination. But that's because it's terrorists. So that's warranted because it's terrorists.
so right so it's okay when it comes to one group of people, but it
Apparently so.
might not be okay for whatever for the other.
You
And if it
see?
comes down for whatever reason that you decide is a good reason, and we don't know who
Mm,
actually gets to decide this, we're just
precisely. So,
it,
so at the end of the day, why don't we just choose a target and then bomb them? Because if that's gonna solve the problem,
so the
because
United
that's not
States
fair
going
either.
and doing such a thing is like laying and carpet bombing Gaza might be
It
okay.
won't be you though. It will be us because you guys
Well,
are
it's
for
not
the
us
other thing.
according to a lot, but when it comes
It can be
down to
us
it,
though. It can be us.
Who's
You are
financing this?
Who's financing
who's
this?
got the money to do all this? What's up, Fast Group? Good to see you. A long time no see.
Hey, Tasker. Miss Sunshine. Doesn't mean you know any more about it. Then. I'm not proclaiming to know anything. I'm just telling it from my side of the story.
There's a
So,
great variety of apocryphic books, including the difference in Catholic and Protestant Bibles, as well as the different books included in different Bible manuscripts. or
Wait,
in different traditions, such as
yeah,
Ethiopic and Syrian Christian communities. Yeah, there's a lot of difference.
yeah, it is definitely. But
Israel's constantly fighting off other countries and terrorists. Dear God, they are the size of New Jersey. I mean, they are,
well,
but
it's a lot,
who? I
you
mean,
know.
so as we know it, was just do a little bit of recent history.
Mm.
As we know it, October 7th of last year just so happened to be a date that will actually be, synonymous for being what Hamas did to Israel.
Precisely.
Right? Hamas.
Yes.
Hamas. What's
Hamas.
Hamas have to
HAMAS, I
do
think.
with the Palestinians?
Yeah.
What does Hamas have to do with the Palestinians? Oh, they just so happen to be the same skin tone as each other. So we must actually just look at them as being they're the ones that did it, or who actually did what? Because when you look at where the money came from, all of a sudden $60 million of was given to, right, 60 billion, 60 million, one of the two
Mm.
was given to Iran for humanitarian aid from the United States under Joe Biden. Joe Biden goes and releases X amount of dollar to them.
You're right
What's up,
there.
Jay?
You're right,
Good
Miss.
to see you.
You're right, Miss Sunshine.
Libby's in the house.
Baby's in the house.
So then, when it comes down to it, and you look at where the initial money came from the United States going ahead and releasing funds into Iran going and saying, okay, well, now we have this money for humanitarian aid, in air quotes. When you think about it, humanitarian aid, it's money. It's money. So if I'm not having to spend my money here because you're going to pay for it, I'm going to spend my money elsewhere where I feel that I can now afford. Well, so
Mm.
it'd be like me saying, okay, I can't afford to do much of anything, so you should all, go ahead and hit the join and join the Frog Army. Help me out, right? You all go ahead and you donate as much as you possibly can to help me out, because you're like, oh, hey, I really like this guy, I feel it's necessary to help him, and you go and you help me. Well, now, as opposed to me struggling to pay, having struggling to pay child support for what it is for
Mm.
another child that's not Tadpole, when it comes down to paying child support for that child, to making it easier for me to pay the child support to that child, which releases the money that would have already been earmarked to pay the child support to go to something else. So when it comes down to it, now all of a sudden, as United States has given money to Iran to go ahead and go towards humanitarian aid, it frees up other monies, other places where they can all of a sudden, you have Hamas, you have Hezbollah, and you have the Houthis all doing different acts of war against Israel. So now all of a sudden we're like, okay, let's fund Israel. Let's throw a whole bunch of money at Israel real quick, to help them out, so that way they can continue to defend themselves from all these attacks from Hamas, the Houthis, and Hezbollah that were just given money by who? Oh, the same country that's protecting Israel.
Precisely.
The United States of fucking America.
I love that. Oh, she gave you $2.
$2.
That's
You
a
get
lot.
like 30
Well
cents of
done,
this $2.
Michael.
Hey,
That's well done.
30 cents of the $2 is totally worth it.
You're
Thank
probably
you so much. I
the
appreciate
best member ever.
it. Look at that. There you go. We'll put it right there on the screen. Thank you.
But I'm gonna address you quickly,
Mhm.
Miss Sunshine. I'm not. Well, I'm sure Cool will do it the same. Um, it goes back a long time ago, and I think that the Israeli people. I'm sure. Like, my auntie is she follows the Hebrew Bible, so she does that thing where she's very passionate about that stuff. it stems from where, the Egyptians messed up the Israelites back then already in Moses' time. So I feel they've got an axe to grind with everybody else, where they were not given the proper opportunity. I mean, Moses was a good guy, and they just messed him up. So, but I feel that where the problem comes is where there was not a fair distribution of land initially from the British, um, from the British um, Empire,
Mhm.
whatever you can call it.
Mhm.
So that is where the fight is coming from, because they should have given Israel their land, and they should have given Palestine their land. And now they're fighting for the same land, which they can just divide.
Well, see, and that's where I think there's a misunderstanding on whose land it really seriously is.
I think
As
that's where it
somebody
stems.
liked to claim that it was theirs, and then it was the next. And we go through it here in the United States, for what it is. All this land that we as white Americans happen to be, we call this home. But initially, especially the area that I'm in here in South Dakota, very, very, very well known for its Indian reservations, multiples. When it comes down to it, the natives were the initial people of this land, supposedly. They were fighting each other. They were fighting each other for certain things in certain territories and whatever else. And then as the white man came here, we just kind of decimated the whole thing and
Yeah.
took it, it took out all of these primitive nations that no longer exist for the most. I mean, some of them do, and some of them we pay homage to. As like this, the state I live in is called South Dakota for a reason, from the Dakota people. I lived in Minnesota for the longest time. I lived in Dakota County. Dakota County was one of those very large counties that actually took up the largest swath of land. It was one of the largest counties for several years. We still pay homage to those people that actually lived here before us. Why do we do that? Well, because some of us actually feel bad that we did the things that we did. After Moses died, he sent Joshua in to demolish Jericho. Remember?
No, we'll do a Bible stream for Miss Sunshine next week. And then I'll get my dad on, then he can answer all her questions.
You want to do a Bible stream next week?
Well, because I can't answer these questions.
On
I'm
YouTube?
not an expert.
YouTube doesn't get my Bible streams. I'm just kidding.
Really?
I'm just kidding. We
Why not?
try to
think
do
it's
something.
me.
I'm down. No, I because I do Bible streams or whatever with exploring spirituality streams with the likeness of Squaw Bob and Darth and others, whatever, on Sundays, for what
No,
it
but
is. They don't get that one, but this one,
yeah,
sure,
I
yeah,
think
we can do that. We can do a stream.
I
We
think
can do
Miss
a stream on the
Sunshine
Bible.
would rather appreciate it if my dad speaks to her about this stuff than
Sure.
me, because I don't look like a. But when it comes from my dad, it's very believable. But anyway, what were you saying? Hold on, the Native Americans weren't mentioned in the Bible. Yes, because America was not founded yet in the Bible, so
Because
obviously they were not
America
there.
just so happened to not exist until
Yeah, so
somebody just so
surely they would
happened to
not have been known.
sail the
Yeah.
ocean blue in 1492 and
Yeah,
discovered
sorry,
it.
ma'am.
It never existed
That's not
until
too
then.
we
But no, it
I'm
was
not
the point of the matter was when it came down to why I brought that up is who owns what land.
yeah.
As I say, we look at America the way we do or whatever, like it's ours, but it's only been a
Yeah.
country for 200 years.
Yeah, it's not been long.
It's
Actually,
not
so
been
we've
very
only
long.
we were founded in 1495. So we're also a
Right.
very young country. But the old countries are like obviously your Palestine, your Israel, and your
Mhm.
Jerusalem. Well, those types of people. I mean, my auntie can also tell you about what because her actual vision is to go to do the what do you call it, to walk, do the pilgrimage thing.
Oh, okay.
but not the Muslim pilgrimage. Like she wants to do the Christian one. So it's a different
No,
type of thing.
I'm with you on that, Miss Sunshine. It is in the Bible. It is in the Bible.
It
I
is.
get it. I get it, and I understand it as the territory that is there
I
is
love
actually
you.
Israel's
You're
territory.
amazing.
It is their
I
land.
love Miss
It is,
Sunshine.
but when it she's fun. I've watched quite a few of her streams. When it comes down to it, I believe that Israel is intended to be Israel, but there's been so many countries the Jews were actually run out of the country for the longest time or whatever, out of the land that they actually initially had, which is the reason why England went ahead and gave them their land back in 1948, right? They did it on purpose. It was even in a book from 3,000 years ago that this land was indeed yours. And that's why they gave it back. But now there's still, the understanding that Palestinians still live in certain areas of the land, and eventually, as Americans continuously intervene in whatever's going on, and fund whatever's going on, is to actually keep them from being decimated by all of these other countries that are in the area that are full of Muslims. And can't we all just get along, type thing?
That's what I always ask, Nick. But the good question that Libby was asking is like, why are they comparing this to apartheid?
Right. Why are they?
I don't know, because they're saying this is the same as apartheid, because what's happening is that they are enforcing their views on people.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's the same sort of thing. They are being racist. And now they are limiting people to live their lives because of racism. And they are imprisoning them and or killing them because of it. So that's what happened in apartheid. But it's slightly more strenuous because now we've got bombs involved. I don't think the South African police at the time had like crazy bombs.
Okay.
But I might be wrong. I know they had guns, but no. The apartheid thing was not about. It was just so that you're not in my. As of color, we're seen as you filthy and you gross. So we don't want you in our space. We want to keep our space nice for us, where you don't contaminate it. I think that's how I see it.
No, makes
That's
sense.
how I see it. I was never really subjected to it in such a bad way because we were in the middle of it, so we didn't get the whole gist of it. I mean, I told you that my one uncle was killed because of it. They like literally walked into the house and they bludgeoned him to death. But for us personally, meaning me and my family, we weren't really affected by the violence, but we were affected by the oh, you know that. So, but it's not the same thing if you look at it, Leaves. I don't know how to explain it to you. This is more of this is more like it's hate crimes, but it's not
right.
It's the apartheid thing was more it was more racist crimes. Like I don't see you as a person, so or as equal to me, and my what I believe is you don't have the right to live.
Okay.
Or you don't have the right to live the same life as I do. Maybe that's better.
Not sure.
Because
you kind of lost me in that thought.
Yeah, it's very iffy because it's very difficult to explain because you're not in the person's mind that did that stuff or that was in that situation.
Mhm.
So we can't say we can't speak to what they were feeling or what they were doing at the time in that situation. In the apartheid era, yes, there was violence. You could call it genocide, but it's not. I don't know if we are allowed to. I think it was political crime. They call it political crimes in my country.
Um,
Yeah,
yeah, yeah, I don't know
I
either.
think it's a gray area,
Sure.
and I know
Which is the reason that people have conversations about it, because you don't understand. You want to know better, exactly what is going on, to understand all of it.
I can explain to you what
Palestine
actually
doesn't need
happened, but I
Hamas. It
can't
need
label it.
Nelson Mandela. I mean, maybe,
Yeah.
maybe. Uh, um,
Miss Sunshine is confused, so she doesn't know what
it's
happened.
lost your. I'm
Yeah, okay, we
probably
lost
in the same
everybody because we're
mindset of
having our own conversation
really lost on where you're actually trying to go with your thought. But
now. Yeah, because I can't label my thoughts because it's difficult because I wasn't caught in the whole. Yes, we were caught in the mess, but we were sort of on the sidelines because we went because my dad took us away from the situation, so we weren't affected physically, but my cousins and my family were affected. So that's why I can't speak to it because I wasn't personally involved. But when my family speaks about it, then obviously we, you know.
mm-hmm.
But I don't wanna make it my story because it's not my story. It's my family's story.
Sure.
I can tell you what happened to them and what they did and stuff like that, but I don't wanna make it as if I was a crazy victim of this nonsense. I know, like, okay, example, we were here, we came to Cape Town for school because, yeah, my dad changed job.
Mm-hmm.
So that was in 1990 or 1989, something like that. When I was in grade, I think third grade, you call it. So it's standard one in South Africa. Used to be. Now it's grade three, third grade. So I was like, I think I was 10, not even 10, 9 years old.
Sure. Like 8,
So
9.
we came to visit family or we came to stay by the family or whatever. And there were still riots happening. So I think Mandela was still in at Robben Island at the time, which is just across the water here, but so it's like whatever.
Mm-hmm.
I had no idea what was going on. I just saw these people burning tires and stuff, and they singing "Free Mandela, Free Mandela." I didn't know what it was about. But then they locked up half of the people. I think they wanted to lock up my cousin because he was the guy that was carrying on the most. But it was just I didn't understand. So I couldn't speak to it because I didn't know what was going on. I just then in 1988, I think, or 1990, when we went back to Johannesburg, and then they released him from prison the one day. And then it was a big thing because it was on TV. They're getting Mandela out. And I'm like, I don't care about who's Mandela and why. But only afterwards did I realize, okay, what actually happened.
Mm-hmm.
And obviously then we learned, and it's shit show. But okay. So now I was forced to learn the history and what happened with my own family and what happened with, history and my part in it and all that stuff. And thank you for Miss Sunshine for asking questions and for being very, very vocal in your enthusiastic questions. We are here to inform and to enlighten you on actual happenings and stuff. So that's so cool of you to participate. So yeah. Wait, Squabob is still discombobulated.
Of
Squabob,
course he is. It's in the name. Yeah.
I don't know if I explain myself well enough, but it's like a lot. It's a lot.
No, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I need to get the experts in, but they're all asleep because it's past their bedtime. They're all oversleeping.
She's like,
The best guy that could have answered your question was my granddad, and remember he passed last year.
Hmm.
Yeah, sorry. So now the other one is gonna be my auntie, but you have to give her a script because she's gonna go off script. So when we do her, we have to like keep a timeline. We've only got 10 minutes.
okay.
Yeah. Yeah, but it's always fun talking about my my experience and my our country stuff. But your country's also had some
Oh yeah.
experiences or
They've
some
really
happenings that were not
experiences.
so.
They can't stay out of it.
No, so share those with
I
us
really
without
seriously,
getting.
seriously feel that the United States has taken itself to the point of where it's going to be non-existent pretty damn soon if we don't actually pay attention to what is really going on in this world. There's an awful lot, or here in the United States and in itself, whatever. I think the southern border, the way it is wide open, is really seriously dangerous for the United States. Because you have 170 different countries taking themselves and moving them here because they're like, oh, I can just go walk across the border. They'll give me an ID. They'll give me a job in 90 days. They'll give me this, that, and the other, and they're just going to give me whatever I want as long as whatever. Just like you yourself, you could pick yourself up and you could actually just go and you could walk away from South Africa and be like, I'm going to make my way to the United States and go walk across the border like it's nothing.
It's not that easy to come as a South African. I can't get to your country easy enough. I have a lot of red tape, a lot. You guys won't take me at all. At all.
We take all people.
No, you take the one side from the border. I think I must go live in Cancun first, and then I can come to here.
You take people from all walks of life. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter where you're from. Heck, you could be from Canada as long as you make yourself across the southern border. You could be okay.
Well, that was fun. That was a fun exercise for me because I actually did that. I tried out the whole green card system, and they said no, but I need to have a job that I earn. I don't know, $10,000 a month or a year. I can't remember. And I need a place to stay and stuff. Canada said, we will give you a job. We will give you a place to stay.
Canada's like, here, you want to come move here?
Come here. We love you. We love everybody.
That's awesome. There you go. Canada.
Yeah,
Canada
I love Canada.
Canada will do whatever it is that you wish.
Yeah, but they're asshole president. Okay. Sorry, I'm sorry.
Prime Minister.
Oh, that guy. We used to have a prime minister, but then we got rid of the British.
Yes, we did too. We got rid of the British, holdover or whatever, and made the United States its own entity per se. Whatever.
Yeah.
Because that's what we do.
Libby's making very valid points.
Of course he is. That's what he does.
We all need Nelson Mandela. Too bad he died.
Yeah, I don't know.
His spirit lives on in all of us.
I don't know if that's really true that would actually be the best.
Well,
but,
because he sold out to the He sold out, but he did it for us, so it's fine. What happened is, when he got the reason why they let him out of jail was because they made a deal with him, so that they're gonna stop this crap. Because obviously, there was unrest and all this crap happening in South Africa, and then they went to him in jail and gave him a deal and said, "Stop this crap. We'll make you president." So he's like, okay, yeah. And they all call him a sellout, and they all call him this and that. But the thing is, his vision for South Africa was always for there to be peace and everybody to be equal. So I mean, if he had to take that deal, I don't blame him.
Right on.
I mean, he made peace with all countries, not just black and white in South Africa. He made peace with Americans, right? Because remember, when he became president, all the sanctions in South Africa were dropped because no one was able to trade with us. We weren't allowed to partake in any sports internationally. We weren't allowed to take part in any Olympic games, nothing like that. So, so when he did that,
really understand why
they
they like to use the Olympic Games as being something of such significance that if a country can't actually get in to whatever, that's such a big deal. I don't understand that.
That wasn't the big deal for us. It was more the cricket and the tennis stuff, because and the Commonwealth Games. We know we're not good at the Olympic Games. Y'all nail that stuff. We're not good at that shit. But just to participate, because we were able to participate in the first World Cup cricket in 1995. I think our last game was against West Indies, where they nailed us. But at least we were there. And then we nailed them the next year. But it was cool. So, I mean, it was just like participating. That was the main thing. That we were not ostracized anymore. Like that kid that you're putting in the corner there. So that was more fun of it. Only if you're an immigrant.
So about Canada, only if you're an immigrant. Yeah, you only get the handouts.
We love Canada. Don't even talk about it.
Canadians themselves, they're just like the us Americans. They don't get shit unless they come from another country or whatever, and they come across the southern border. You come across the southern border, they give you whatever you want. Now, I did see there was Suzanne said earlier. She says, "I think I just found my favorite channel." Frogman, what's that? This one?
Yeah.
Awesome. Glad that you feel that way. I appreciate it.
Really? Your favorite channel?
It can't be this. It has to be another channel that
I thought it was what was it? What's the other one that you always on?
Did you hit up Miss Miss Sunshine's channel? Is that what you found?
Oh, it could be Miss Sunshine's channel. Wait, we need to check out the Sunshine's channel, but we have to ask her for rights on that.
She has a group of people that she likes to talk to, whatever, hang out with.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Oh, I've never been on it. I need to check it out because she seems like very she seems like she's got a good point of view of stuff. And then so I should check her out.
Right. Everybody should check it out because why not?
Yeah, because
you can never have enough YouTube channels that you follow.
Yeah, and we always support everybody on this channel. So check out Miss Sunshine. Well, it's MN Sunshine.
Minnesota Sunshine. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So check her out, and then let us know. Like, give her the likes and give her the subscribers, and if she's able to, very well become a member. And give her all the super chats that you need to. Come on, don't be stingy.
I bet she gets that a lot, that people just call her Minnesota, or as opposed to calling her Minnesota Sunshine, calling her Miss Sunshine.
No, I just call her. I just call them Miss Sunshine.
You see the M, and your brain immediately clicks Miss Sunshine. Mine did anyway. That's where I went. Like
Yeah, but
my brain
she's
immediately
obviously
clicked as
American.
called her Miss Sunshine.
She's American, so you will know what MN stands for.
Yeah.
I always I don't know all your states. I need to learn. I'm so sad.
No, you don't. You really. I don't know if it's something that you need to learn when it comes
I
down to
do
it.
because I do quiz stuff. I do like stuff on.
Oh,
We do like quiz night, and it's always on American and British history. I know it's sad, but so like knowing the state is sort of good, and then also knowing counties in Britain for some obscure reason is also good. Yeah,
is really?
yeah, it's the silly stuff. It's like what do they do in Bath? Like Bath is a county in Britain,
Uh-huh.
but it's more of like a like Atlantic City where they've no Coney what is it? Douglas Island somewhere there in New York. Is it Coney Island that you say? So Bath is where all the rides and stuff is. So that's like Coney Island for you guys.
Okay.
So they always ask stupid questions like that. So when do the bath lights go on? Because it's always New Year's when they switch on the bath lights, and it's like it's not the lights in your bath, it's in Bath in London. And then with you, Coney Island is like where all the rides are, and then also where your lights are. When your light drops, it's in New York, right? So the ball drops in New York. So then I have to remember all this crap. That's a lot.
If you're part of the mafia, Canada will do everything for you. If you're born here, kick rocks barefooted. Ouch. Take a plunge in bath.
Yeah, dude.
Yes, I swim in my bathtub all the time.
Yeah.
Gross.
Yeah. Yeah, precisely. You would think Bath is where you bath. But no, Bath is a very popular hangout space in London or in the UK. So yeah. They've got the Bath lights.
Suzanne says, "Hell no! I don't. Thanks. I don't follow squirrels, and yet you're sitting right here with the two of us."
Brighton is another one. Yes, it's also good. But I know from watching Top Gear, I think it's that then the Top Gear guys had to go and switch on the light for the New Year's at one stage. So that's why I think I remember that. So Brighton is also they've also got the rides and the stuff. But Libby, you're 100% correct. But you guys should come to Cape Town when we've got the carnival. That's fun.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll arrange it in the next 5 years.
I'll save up all of my $2 donations.
Precisely.
Eventually, I'll make it there.
No, you'll get sponsored. You'll get.
Just need a couple more. That's all.
Yeah. So please do remember to subscribe and like, and also become a member of the Koolfrogg Show.
You know, the only person that can really get away with calling themselves an army, because frogs live in armies.
Yeah,
it's just the way it is. It's just the way it is. Anybody else that claims that they're an army of anything, they're false. It's false. It's in no way, in any way, true. The only way you can be part of an army is to be part of this one.
No, but this is. I mean, you're never gonna get the
Nobody
best.
wants to do
You're
that.
gonna get the best. You're never gonna get the best army. We're all for you, and we are never against you. So if you want that support, you're gonna get it. I mean,
yeah, nobody's ever against me.
Hey, we've got good good lawyers. Come on.
Do I know?
Don't worry. It's taken care of. No, but this is. I really appreciate the following tonight. I mean, I saw people that I haven't seen in quite a while, and I really appreciate that. Guys, thank you for giving your time. It's so cool. Besides cool.
Yeah. Besides me, everything else is just as cool.
Ghostery is here as well. Welcome, Ghostery, back again.
Don't make us start singing now.
Yeah, let's not stop crying and sing Kumbaya for people, please. No.
What? Kumbaya?
Yeah. Do you not? No.
No. Yeah. No, I do.
Oh, okay. No, we don't do that.
I don't know if I want to.
Yeah, I haven't sang that shit in like a long time.
Like, don't sing that. Just kidding.
I can kill myself on stream, then you can get more views.
No, don't be talking like that. That's not true.
No, but thanks a lot. I mean,
I'll see if I can't get your channel yeeted before we actually do go away for the day.
No, we won't get heated. I was gonna, Just hold on. Just hold on a sec for me. I'm gonna mute myself.
Okay, she's gonna mute herself for a short moment as she's got some other business to take care of. So you can follow too many, then you're stuck unsubscribing all day long. Well, I mean, if you're subscribing to everybody and then unsubscribing to them, how does that help anybody? You got to subscribe and you got to stay subscribed. That's the easy way to do it. Button is like Coney Island. Okay, cool. Group of caterpillars equals an army. No, it doesn't. No, stop it. Not going to take that away from me. But the rivers of Babylon, where we laid down, y'all want us to start singing songs. So, the initial name of the show is Genocide, as we were talking about, as much as we possibly could, before we actually get to the point of how many of them there really are, and why certain ones need to be called out for being genocides as opposed to any other. It's really kind of, really thought-provoking on where you draw the lines and who can actually, call something, call something some way that they wish, as opposed to any other, it's just like we can call, one country doing something to one genocide and then us, and you get down to another country doing something to another, and it's not. It's like, where is that fine line drawn on who gets to call what, and is it okay for, because like we were saying, is South Africa has called out Israel for its genocide. But we're not calling out the war in Ukraine as being one side genocide and the other, or vice versa. It's not considered that by some or by most, because it's not the same. It's not the same. I don't know if what is going on in Israel is really the same thing as what we would consider the genocide of those that are being eradicated by the CCP. When it comes down to it, it's really dependent on. I think a lot of it depends on who is really trying to call it out for what it is. And we're going to stay within a narrative. Other countries are going to stay within their narratives to actually continue to make it be that that's how they believe, and that's how they're going to actually make things be understandable in their mind. I think when it comes down to it, that when we speak of genocide, that we need to actually stop for a few minutes and maybe come to a better recollection on why people are killing others and what they're killing them for. Usually it comes down to their beliefs. And I really hate to actually believe that's indeed the case, that everybody, is continuously causing these. I mean, I bet I could go right now. I could look at almost any website that would actually give me world conflict news. And I bet there was another bombing at some point in time within the last 24 hours. That
There was.
one
They
side or the
bombed
other is going
Iran.
to
They
again.
bombed Iran.
Right. Other than, and as of today, you're saying that we did this?
No, in the last week.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, we
they
did that within
they are
the
not
last
admitting-
3 days.
They're not
Right.
admitting. Yeah.
Oh wow! So then that's an interesting one in itself. 16 states are standing to be. It looks like even more now. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 23 states standing behind Texas in their adventure against the federal government of the United States, as this invasion from our southern border is very destructive for what it is. We can actually there's a map. There's a map that shows. Would some consider what is going on here in the United States just that, a mass, genocide of sorts, as they're actually they're destroying our civilization as it be? Look at all the states that are going and joining behind Texas to actually say that Texas is doing the right thing, that the federal government has been doing it wrong. It's kind of amazing. It's kind of amazing. All of these states just so happen to stand behind Texas, and this immigration flow of millions of people that are not assimilating into this country. The melting pot has too many clumps in it.
Yeah, if you're gonna do a pot, make it a jambalaya or something. Like, it needs to it needs to be balanced.
If you're gonna make it a pot of anything, make sure that it tastes good.
Precisely. Don't just fuck it up. Sorry. Wait, be into it. That's fine. You know what my people said this week when we listened to the news? Why did DeSantis leave?
Why did DeSantis leave?
But we knew he was going to do it anyway. I mean, that was the ploy in any case. So it's not like he was going to do it and then give Trump the go-ahead, isn't it? I think that's what's going to happen.
I mean,
yeah, it's heavy.
He wasn't the answer. He never was, and I don't know why anybody would actually think that DeSantis would be a good president at anything. What the fuck?
Yeah, I think he was just like
just because he was a good governor for the state of Florida doesn't mean that he can do anything near what the rest of this country is actually.
Yeah, so what happened in my week last week was like, oh, Trump is gonna take over. We're like, we don't know yet. Just calm down. But
Are you afraid that Trump is going to take over?
no, he likes us.
Do the South Africans like him? That's the bigger
No, we like him. I think we
question.
like him.
So
We don't know. I don't
they're
know
not
about. I
against.
don't want to talk nonsense. This is me. I'm not. I don't know anything about politics. Come now.
That's just your own personal opinion that Trump is likable by your
No,
country, maybe.
I think.
I mean, I
well,
have
if
a
you look
tendency
at
to
it,
believe that Trump's really seriously going to take after BRICS. He's really going to try preventing BRICS
he's
from
gonna spread
expanding any
health
further than
issues.
it already has.
Mm. But I think he's got a better. He's got a worldly point of view. He doesn't just have a political point of view. So he's got more of a business, like the same as our president. They are more business minded. So they're able to think on a different level than just, you know, one minded. So I think because I know our current president was able to, have some conversations with him, and they got on quite well previously. So but it's gonna be tough. It's gonna be tough. But they usually get along. They used to get along. So I think they'll be fine. We'll be fine. We won't look for. I don't think they will look for trouble. It's not needed. I think maybe with the alliances and with that type of thing, maybe there will be some confrontation. But I don't think personally our presidents will butt heads. Because I think they get along quite well.
You hungry?
For chicken nuggets, french fries, and barbecue.
Okay, sounds good.
Ooh, chicken nuggets and some mayonnaise and some
Chicken nuggets, French fries, and barbecue. That's seriously like his current go to every day. I want
mine is
chicken
the
nuggets.
same.
Like
Mine's
chicken
the same.
nuggets.
She wants boiled eggs and
That's
mayonnaise.
better than chicken nuggets. I'd rather him actually say he wants the boiled eggs. Be like, all right, let's go.
No, now she goes to school. Now my dad puts the sandwiches, and she's like, "Papa, I don't want peanut butter. Why did you give me so much sandwich? I only eat one sandwich." I'm like, "You must be happy that you get sandwiches. Share it with your friends at school that don't have any." Like, no, I don't want to share it. I can't share my. I'm like, oh fuck. Okay, yeah. So I'm like, okay, then just don't eat it or give it to the dog. No, I can't give it to the dog. So I'm like, well, then you need to share with your friends at school that don't have. So she's like, okay, I'll share. But let's not give me so much sandwiches. Oh my god.
Share it.
Oh my god. Like why? Why must someone be so dramatic over a sandwich?
Well, as you think about that, why must she be so dramatic? Why must it always be the same thing? When it comes down to it, you have to remember that even you yourself were probably just that dramatic as a kid. But
I was not, because I made my own lunch. So I can't shout at myself. I'm making my own
I
shitty
can
lunch.
yell at myself for feeding me the way I want.
Sorry.
But at the age of 4, age of 5, you were seriously feeding yourself already?
Yeah, we had to take our own lunch. We had to make it. My sister had to. So we had turns. So we had. It was me, my brother, and I. Yeah, me, my brother, and I, and my sister. So I think I just had to do the dishes.
Comment kid you did. What comment?
What are you gonna get him? Like Is he
I'm gonna go
what
feed
is he
him here in
doing?
a second or whatever. But
Okay, so I'll tell you all about my
I'm
stupid
looking.
Bible.
Hold on a second. Why did my comment get? What comment? What comment got yeeted?
Which one?
I see a message retracted from
Oh,
Suzanne.
from
She
you?
just
Why did my
she
comment?
just said, "Why did my
Suzanne?
comment get yeeted?"
What?
I don't
Which
know.
one?
That's what
I
comments got
didn't.
yeeted? 'Cause
I, by no means whatsoever,
I'd like to
heeded any of
know
your comments.
what the comment was.
Wait, what did you say? With the curry? What?
Say the comment again. We'll see if it comes with curry.
Say it
LOL.
again.
That one.
I most definitely am not even in this thing.
This comment. No, it was the comment before that. It's just why did my comic get
Oh,
yeeted? This one. This war has
what?
gone on from the time of the Bible. It will never end. It will never end when it comes down to it. It's not gonna
Yeah.
end
And that's the conversation that I had with
as
my
long
dad
as we continue
before
to
we did this.
fund it.
It's not even about the funding. I think it's a justification that they think it's warranted, that they need to just obliterate everybody that's not in agreement with what they stand for. And that's not what the Bible says.
Right.
Well, from a known person that reads the Bible, not me. I don't proclaim to read the Bible. So, yeah.
You don't plan on reading the Bible? Okay.
No, I don't proclaim to read the Bible.
Oh,
I don't
yeah. I
proclaim
mean,
to be a knower and a reader of it. So I'm not proclaimed to be a missionary.
only recently have I actually picked up a Bible more than I ever had in my whole life. Okay, I'll go get. I gotta go start that for him real quick. I'll be
Okay,
right.
go get his stuff quickly. I'll keep the people entertained quickly. I think. Just don't hit me. Squabble, don't hit me. So let's see. So the war is on. Coming back to that topic, like I said, like when I was talking with my dad, this was actually part of the conversation earlier, where this is not a new thing where the genocide has happened. It's actually happened prior in biblical times, and with like when King Herod decided to put out a hit on Jesus, so to speak, and then also when the Egyptians did mass murder the Israelites. So this does come from biblical times, and it's very interesting that now it's resurfacing because now the Israelites are paying. I say they're paying people back for doing what happened to them long ago. But that's just my view, and that is my opinion. Yeah, what you want? What do you want, Squabble? What do you want? Where's your cousin? I like him more with his square band. No, but you guys should. What we are doing as a country or as a union by taking a stance against this particular crime is not about trying to pinpoint guys as breaking law or whatever. We are trying to protect the civilians in this case because they are putting bombs and guns and things on the civilians, and that is what we don't like as a country, I guess. And I'm sure all of you also don't want. Imagine you are in Greece on a holiday and all of a sudden war strikes out and people just bomb you for no reason because you've got some beef with Spain. So this is mainly what's going on. And some people don't like it. Some people are for it. I know the United States are very against the fact that we took Israel to court for this, and also Germany is against it. But it had to be done. But obviously, we all have our own opinions on what happens in life. Or
Squab. Now we're together.
that is
alone.
crazy.
Uh-huh.
Come, I'm gonna get you in a room and I'm gonna
Oh.
say it online.
This war's gone on in time. Of course. Oh, this is Xander. Yeah. Mhm. Oh. Did she say something spicy
I did not.
while it's gone? Did you?
No,
did you-
I just said I am gonna take Squab up in his
You're gonna take Squab up on his what?
Well, he said now we're alone. I told him about the history of why we took Israel to court. I took the opportunity to give him the history. So okay, but next time we're alone, Squab, we totally gonna do it.
Hugs might be better than bombs. I mean,
Yeah, definitely, guy, definitely.
depends on what kind of bomb you're talking about there.
If it's like a
Love bomb.
it's a love. Are they love bombs? I don't know about love.
They're just there to actually give you that warm feeling, as opposed to.
But I'm not. Now I'm thinking of the what was that? That Heal the World song. Make love not war, all that crap. Yeah.
You mean like We Are the World?
What was it? Not We Are the
We
World.
are the
We Are the
world.
World was
We are the children.
We are the ones to make a better.
That shit?
No, that was about AIDS, wasn't it? The World Aid one was with Freddie Mercury. It was that was also about AIDS. But there was a Christmas one where it was Heal the World. There was the bombings, or there was some war. Anyway, I'll look it up, but not now. But anyway,
There's some other time.
Yeah. Well, I think we got the proper reaction. Well, I think we got the awareness that I set out, because people know now what is happening in real life. There's not just the fact that there's nonsense happening. People know why it's happening. People know why.
Do they?
I think so. I think they know that. Well, they should know that the reason why the Israelis are bombing the Palestinians is not only just for land ownership, but it's because they feel that they are the better that they're the chosen ones. Like God chose them, and that they cannot give God's land to those people, and this is why they will never relinquish, unfortunately. And we're gonna be stuck with this
Those
problem.
people.
No, like, you know what I'm saying. What the? No,
I
like,
do.
I'm like, are you talking about?
No, yeah, no, I get what you're saying when it comes down to it. It's very disturbing to understand what it is really happening in the world. I think there's a lot more that we really don't understand, and there's nothing that you and I are ever going to be able to actually clarify for anybody, and why
we can't do it.
Why they're actually doing what they're doing. We're not privy to such a thing. For what it is, because we're just regular human beings on the face of the planet. As far as that goes, you see Squad Bob says, y'all think that we'll unite if invaded by, green aliens, those from not this world.
I feel that they're purple, but okay, that's just because the ones
They're
I've seen
purple?
are purple. I've never seen green ones. Y'all have the green ones. But remember, we've got the... Yeah, that's another topic altogether, guys. Like another topic. Because
I mean, if they were purple, wouldn't you think that would confuse that with actually being like just super cold regular human beings?
no.
No? Okay.
Do you know that they are hybrids?
You think that there's
Apparently, they are hybrids. So there are people
like
aliens,
EV vehicles, hybrid, like half
like a
gas car,
vehicle.
half electric vehicle.
Yeah, but
They're half
then
human,
they're like-
half not.
apparently so. Apparently, there's a thing going on that they are hybrids. That's enough. Oh my god, there's a lot of shit happening. Like, you Americans are crazy, like crazy.
I think
But
we
then now
might have
saying-
found that DNA strand that came from the aliens.
Yeah, but the worst part is they're saying that these people are here with us. So that's the crazy part of it. I thought everything was there in Roswell or whatever. But no, now they're saying, yeah, we've got activity as well. So I'm not gonna investigate that nonsense because just now the FBI comes and locks me up. So we leave that shit to you guys.
Okay.
But yeah, no, yeah, we won't unite by green aliens. We'll unite by the one that's in your actual cabinet at the moment. I don't know if you call it that, but that guy is crazy. How do you fall asleep while you're giving a
our
speech?
resident of the United States of America, that guy?
That guy. How did he fall asleep while he's giving a speech? I don't understand that.
How did he fall asleep?
I don't get it.
Fall asleep
we
while
watched-
giving a speech?
We
I
watched
mean-
an address the other day. We watched a whole full speech of this person, and he's passed out. We're like, did they drug him? But yeah, so
They
and
may
then it came
have.
to and then it took him away.
They may have done.
No disrespect, but yeah, I think they cleaned all the footage. No, but I love him. I love him. He's so cool. He's like so chilled.
You and you alone. You and you alone. Absolutely nobody else feels that way about that old decrepit fool. So gross.
I'm
Y'all
sure
think
he was a some other body when he was younger. But I think he fell asleep, and that's
you think he fell asleep?
he probably fell asleep, and then they caught him. Oh no, I'm going on a different level. I'm sorry. No, I love it. Look, we love America. Oh, you know the movie that we should watch? We should do like a watch party. Not a watch party, but we should do like, a book club sort of thing. We watch the movie and then we come back and review it. It's Coming to America by Eddie Murphy.
Coming to America by Eddie Murphy.
Yeah, it's a fun movie.
It was a good movie.
Yeah. My favorite part is, and that's all of our favorites. It's like when he's all dressed up in his king outfit and whatever, and he's standing on a balcony. It's like, "Good morning, my neighbors," and then everyone says, "If you," and he's like, "Yes, you too." That's the best part. We weren't allowed to watch swear movies back then, but we were allowed to watch that one.
You, why do you think that was that you got to see that one comparably to any of the other
Oh,
ones?
because my parents didn't watch it. They didn't see it coming.
Oh, okay.
So
It
it just like
wasn't
sprung on
pre-screened.
them.
I got
No, it
you.
wasn't present. Yeah, because we like, because my cousin's like my aunt son. He was like the eldest. She's like, no, we're gonna watch Coming to America, blah blah blah. So they rented it from the from the place, everything. So we were sitting out, and then it started off cool where they're like in I can't remember when it's all in the Africa land, whatever. And then he comes to New York. Yes, if you do. That was the best.
The squabble says no bark like a dog, huh?
So, on one leg, remember? One leg. So you have to hop on one leg.
Barking like a
And the way
dog.
she did it was like, like a stupid chihuahua. I mean, my God. At least do a Rottweiler. Get it.
She got her all giggling now, Squab Bob. See what you did?
Sorry. No, it wasn't me. I started it before the time. Sorry.
No, you're good.
I'm sorry, guys. I'm like a stupid chihuahua too. I get easily distracted. Anyway,
If somebody comes in here and says that they don't like squirrels, I'm like, how are you going to watch this show if you don't like squirrels? Because that's what we do. Squirrel.
what?
Huh?
Who doesn't like squirrels?
I know. I just saying. If you
No,
don't
we-
like squirrels, I really don't know what you're watching.
I used to at my job at the museum, you used to feed the squirrels. So it's like because that was like one of the main attractions. So we had albino squirrels. They're so
Albino?
gross. They look like rats with tails.
Like
Yeah, they were
albino?
white. They were white. Yeah.
Did you seriously say albino?
Oh, was I not allowed to?
No, I'm just.
No, we had like white squirrels.
Is that
so they're
how it's
albino
actually pronounced?
squirrels.
Is it supposed to be albino as opposed to? I'm used to calling it albino.
Yeah, but that's
Am I the one that's wrong?
that's how you pronounce it. We pronounce it albino.
Really?
You can pronounce it albino if you wanna.
Well, I mean, if I want to, but
It's the same thing, right?
is it
It should be.
okay?
With the red eyes and the white skin?
Yeah,
Yeah, well, it's the same.
albino. Okay, no, I'm going to call it albino from now on.
Yeah, it doesn't sound so invasive, right? It sounds so gross. Yeah. Albino sounds like ew, you know? But albino sounds like because we've got a beano biscuit. Like that. It's called a beano or something. If you call it a beano, it's like a biscuit, so it's cute. You know, don't even. Don't take me on that shit. Please don't.
A biscuit?
Yeah, we've got a beano biscuit for dog. So we call the white rats albinos.
Wait a minute. So what's a biscuit?
A biscuit is a cookie.
A biscuit's a cookie.
Yeah. But a biscuit is a hard cookie, so it doesn't have the squishy middle. So a biscuit
it's
is a
not like-
hard cookie.
It's not like a fluffy something that comes out of the oven and it has like
No, it's not a scone.
they're-
No, it's not a
they're-
scone. That's a scone.
oh, okay.
Yeah, there's a lot. So a cookie is a biscuit for us, and a scone is a biscuit for you.
What's a donut?
A donut is we've got two different ones. We've got the one that you have with the hole in the middle. So we've got a glazed. That's basically a glazed donut. And then we've got another donut that's a dough blob that you put in the oil and fry it and put a whole lot of coconut on it. So, yeah, that's a
Then what's
donut.
the crumpet?
A crumpet is your pancake. But a crumpet,
Pancake.
yeah, a crumpet for us is your pancake. You call it a pancake, but a pancake for us, you guys call a crepe. So we call a pancake
Well,
the
it's
thin.
and it's the same thing. It's just one's thinner than the other.
Yeah, but a crumpet for us is the thicker one. It's the thick base. So it's a thicker emulsion, let's call it. But a crepe is what we call a pancake.
From
So,
Genocide
but
baked goods. They'll squirrel the shit out of the show. Just kidding.
Yeah. So, and also, what do you call them? What is your muffin and a cupcake?
What is a muffin? And what's the difference between a muffin and a cupcake? A muffin doesn't have frosting.
Yeah, but our muffins are healthy. So we have like our muffins have got like grains in it. So it's like a breakfast muffin or like, yeah, but essentially it doesn't have frosting. Yes.
I mean, yeah, cupcakes are so good.
I make a mean cupcake. I actually, yeah. I hate cake and stuff, but I can bake well. So I always like bake for everybody. And yeah, so everyone loves my cupcakes, apparently. I don't know. Especially the ones that are filled with like the chocolate goo stuff.
I'm wanting to start singing. I gotta not sing songs about cupcakes. It's just not right.
No. You know what was actually fascinating? I've got my nephew that's going to what you call graduation. I think I told you.
Uh-huh.
And now I'm struggling to find a car for him. Nobody has American muscle in South Africa. Nobody.
Nobody has an American
muscle car. Nobody.
Oh.
I said to them anything, a Mustang, something like just anything. From 1960 to 1980, right?
Mm-hmm.
Nobody. I found a Chevy Impala, which is amazing, but it's gonna cost me a lot of money. But nobody's got it. It's so weird. Everybody wants like a supercar, a Jag or a Porsche or Ferrari, stuff like that. Nobody wants like an old school car, which is so strange. Because why don't you want to embrace where the cars came from? Because I mean, an American muscle is much more than the new cars. And you can get a 700 horses. You can get 700 horses from just a simple like Ford Fairlane or like, even a F-150. That truck. No, people are sorry. I'm just.
No, you're good.
Yeah, no, I'm just putting my views out there. It's just insane. And if you need the car, you have to pay a lot of money for it. It's going to cost a lot. Yeah, but I think people should stop it with the Italians. They've had their chance. Give the Americans a chance. What? We haven't seen your cars around here in a long time. I'm seeing the Vulcan a lot. That's an Aston Martin, and that's a supercar, a hypercar from Aston Martin. Which is like, why are you driving a Vulcan on a South African road that the speed limit is 20 miles per hour? Like what? Why are you killing yourself? It costs.
Yeah, why would you get a car that can go 120 if you can only go 20? Be like, because
it makes no sense. because you just that's literally what the guy is doing. He pulls it out of his yard and then he pulls it back because he's not allowed to drive it on our road. Like, and then you have to pay like it's like the equivalent of like $5,000 to go and ride it on the racetrack. And it's like, but why? Just get a fast car. Just get a normal car. Just get a normal Aston Martin. Because the Vulcan is not street legal. Yeah, you know. Yeah, that was just one of my stupid observations there. I'll make it.
Okay.
I'm glad, Miss Suzanne, that you're enjoying the show. I'm not. I think I already barked like a dog, and then I'm what a crumpet. Yeah, I did that. So, so any other things that my dog is lying right here. She'll be happy to comply. But
we are almost at that 2 hour mark that we like to actually sit at or whatever. So as far as that goes, if anybody hasn't done so already, smash the like button, share this out to all those places you like to share things, let your friends know where you're at. We will be back every Thursday at noon Mountain Standard. It's like she's 9 hours ahead of us, so you know it's in the middle of the night for her right now.
We might spring you with the surprise stream, but
maybe
you know.
Maybe those are you. I mean, the surprise would be like at least a 24-hour notice. Maybe
I thought about it. Maybe it could be 12 hours.
Might be 12. I mean, you know, whatever. 12, 24. It's all the same thing. It's all the same thing. You'll be before the day actually occurs. So, as far as that goes, if there's something that we decide that we want to do, I think what you wanted to do something. You're gonna try getting your dad to come around next week. Is that what you're gonna try to do?
Oh, do you want him to come over?
I mean, if you want him to, I'm not gonna say no.
Then what do you want him to talk about though? Because
no, I thought you had something like you wanted.
No, I said he's got like he's got some nice insights. That I mean, some of our topics he's got a bit of knowledge.
If he doesn't want to, don't make him do it. But yeah, if he's interested,
him, but I mean,
if he's interested, yeah, let's go, let's do it. It can always be very interesting to see where things will take themselves.
Yeah, that'll be quite fun because, I mean, he's got a different view, obviously, on
the way the world's working.
He's got a better perspective on things. He's got more knowledge, but we sometimes differ on our opinions. But he's got the better knowledge on certain subjects than what I've got. So that's why I said I consulted with him before we started the stream, and he gave me some of his views and some of his insights. So that sort of guided me a lot. And, I mean, but my dad is very. I mean, if you want him on, he's willing. I can ask him.
If only if he wants to. I don't want anybody to feel that they're forced into doing something that they don't want to do.
No, most definitely. No, ask him. No, you'll say yes or no.
We'll find out. We'll find out. Maybe there will be guests next week. Maybe there won't.
So we'll let you guys know what we're gonna talk about then next.
Y'all find out when we find out.
Yes. Keep them guessing. After white beans.
We should be back next week for sure on Thursday. I don't know if it's
I think maybe 10 o'clock might be better because maybe an hour later.
Susan's like, no, don't go.
Or what? How are you? Oh, don't you want to? What do you want? Okay, what do you want to talk about?
All right, hold on. Give me 1 minute, and then we can.
I don't want to go, but what do you want to talk about? Suzanne, how has the weather been? I know it's been super hot this side, but you guys are having winter, right? So it's insane. But what I was thinking, we should talk about your president. It's gone nuts. But let's not go there. Oh. Thank you, Susan.
His lunch is
have
ready, so I have to
Have an
give him his
amazing
lunch.
evening. Oh, okay, cool.
It was warm, so I'm like, oh, okay, perfect. Time to feed him. Peace out, all. Thanks for. Are we gonna actually go? All right.
Oh, Shane, she's given up on us.
She gave up. She's like, nah, they're gonna go away either way. No,
I think we have to invite her to next week's show.
Do what?
Maybe we should invite her to next week's show.
Oh,
What do you think?
sure. I mean, if
Yeah, she
wants,
can tell us how shitty her promise. No.
I'm not going to say no.
I don't want to do it.
I've never really seriously turned anybody down from wanting to, hang out and do a show. So as far as that goes,
No.
it's always
You
it's
stay
always
blessed too,
an
man.
open. Always been an open ordeal. I've never liked to actually, leave anybody out of anything. So as far as that goes, we can, potentially
she's
do
always-
that sometime.
Suzanne's always been amazing, and she's always been like,
Uh-huh.
always been a good friend on all channels. Whenever I see her anywhere, she's so awesome. So thank you for that. You always cool, and thank you for coming to our stream tonight. I mean, that was that was so cool. So we'll see you again next week. I mean, oh, sorry.
Next week, yeah. No, you're good. You're good. I mean, it's still 2:00 in the afternoon. 4:20 for all those that are in the East Coast. There you go. Y'all partake together. Cheers to y'all. We will go away. I do appreciate you. Thank you for coming in here and joining me one more time. We'll be back. We'll be back next week, Thursday for sure. Think we might have a topic. I don't know. We'll see. Maybe not.
Stay. We got.
Because that's what we do.
What I'll do is I will next topic is gonna be about staying. I'm gonna write it down.
About what?
Staying, because she wants us to stay. So I'm gonna find out stuff about staying, because it's actually quite interesting. Because stay is not just stay as in stand still. Yeah.
Right.
So stay could be like where you are at the moment or in the time zone that you're in. So, and also a stay is also a noun. So, yeah. Yes, Suzanne, you got us there.
Stay.
Yeah.
Okay.
You got us. I'm gonna confuse the shit out of you. Don't worry about it.
No, that's can't really confuse me any more than I already am.
Don't worry about it. No, but we love all of you guys, and thank you so much for taking the time to spend with us. And we are going to try and keep you entertained or informed, or at least just like, just if you wanted to be bored together, I guess. I don't know. But yeah. Oh, she doesn't do panels. Why not? She's saying she doesn't do panels. She doesn't
have to. She's good.
I could do a panel. Why not? But why not? Okay, I'm gonna have to contact you and ask why. I also, it's a lot.
No. She's good. She doesn't have to.
But she's always good.
She wishes. I'll actually have thumbnail created. I'll have a next week Thursday stream up before too long here, so everybody can actually go ahead and they can go ahead and start hitting the like button on that one for next week or whatever. and letting all your friends know exactly where this is going to be right here every Thursday. If you get special, you get do something, before Thursday. It'll just be called a special episode as opposed to being numbered. So as far as that goes, pay attention. You just never know when we'll show up next. Frog knows me well enough. Yeah, I do.
Yeah.
We've had plenty of conversations. Speaking of which, I'll hit you up on that Discord in a little bit here, Suzanne. We'll figure out how to take care of your issue that you're asking me to try assisting you with. We will actually work on that and getting that straightened out for what it is. Otherwise, thank you all so very, very much. Love y'all. Later.
Bye-bye. We'll see you next week. Same time, same place.